I don't really care, but
All right, we're starting off on here. We got Brad versus Dakota, Burn versus Hardened Scales. Dakota, a regular on the stream.
yep. This is going to be an interesting one. Brad is playing one of the decks that can actually capitalize on some of these new cards.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see if he's playing any of them.
Yeah.
Some of the cards to be looking for are, of course, the new card. What is it?
Which one?
The Critics.
Skewer the Critics?
Skewer the Critics. It's another Lightning Bolt variant in the recent line of cards that are modal spells of Open Fire or Lightning Bolt, depending on some special condition.
Right.
Both.
There it is.
There it is. Hits him twice and then gets to Skewer the Critics. Dakota, starting with his namesake card, Hardened Scales.
Yep.
Likely going to have a large board presence in this game, thanks to Hardened Scales. We're going to see if Brad even cares.
Yeah, notably, Brad is on one land with 2 Eidolons in his hand.
Those cards are pretty good against Dakota.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Eidolon of the Great Revel, gonna really tax Dakota's ability to go wide with Affinity the way Affinity, has always liked to do, whether the Hardened Scales or regular variant.
Right. They're both trying to play a bunch of derpy little things to amass a crit, like a 1-2 punch kind of.
Yep. Brad looking pretty desperately for this land, as he's going to run out of things to play pretty soon.
Yep.
If he
drew another Skewer the Critics, and he has a Lava Spike in hand. So he has 2 things to do with this 1 mana, and then 3 2-drops in his hand. Notably, he does have red and white in his 1 land, so even if he draws just a mountain, he can cast Boros Charm.
Boros Charm, one of the best cards in Burn. Eidolon also one of the best cards. Likely, Brad has cut a lot of his 2-drops.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any of the other 2-drops to know whether they're there or not.
Right.
But Eidolon's so strong you would play it even with more 2-drops.
Right.
Or less 2-drops. Boros Charm equally the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so they're looking to cut Lightning Helixes and all of the Searing effects from the main board.
Yeah, sometimes Skullcrack as well. Dakota gonna Ancient Stirrings.
He found a Ballista and then played a Hangerback Walker.
That's a pretty good start. He basically only needs Arcbound Ravager to basically win the game here.
Yeah, with the Inkmoth on board, he's pretty close. Brad did draw a Lightning Bolt, which is pretty good instant speed interaction if Dakota isn't careful.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Dakota can afford to play around Lightning Bolt. He's a little behind here.
Yeah, he's kind of behind, but he knows, he obviously can tell that, Brad's only on 1 land.
Yeah,
so he's trying to just push, I think he's just trying to push his advantage while he has it.
Burn a deck that's pretty good at getting the advantage back, though.
Yeah.
Dakota really has 1 turn here, because Brad gonna cast his Lightning Bolt, untap, Lava Spike. It's over.
Well, he'll be at 2.
I think that Goblin Guide attack has not gone through yet. He's deciding whether to block or not.
I gotcha.
I think you can't afford to block.
Nope, he is. I think it's fine here. You get 2 tokens.
Yeah.
Kill the Goblin Guide, and then if you draw a Ravager, that's 2 things to sack to it rather than just the 1. I mean, you'll still get the other things, but it's still fine.
Yeah, and if he top decks Ravager, he still just has won the game. I'm pretty sure off that Inkmoth Nexus. So he's definitely drawing live here. What was the pickup? It was Ravager. I'm pretty sure he's got this. It's just up to him to see the line. Yeah, let's see.
What does Ravager start with? 2 counters or 3 counters?
It'll start with 2 counters because of Hardened Scales.
Okay.
Is he gonna be 1 short? Did I miscount?
2,
Animate.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sack it 9-10. No, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got it.
Yep.
Especially since he's tapped out, he knows it's clear to go.
Yep. This is the Hardened Scales special.
Yep.
Oh wow! I top decked Arcbound Ravager. I guess I win the game. Time to figure out how, because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That I do. Was he thinking about activating Throne of Geth there? That would have been a
bad move.
Bad move.
Yeah.
One from moving.
Yep,
hey, that's exactly 10 infect.
Yep. I love the Hardened Scales. It's just a fake infect deck.
Sometimes. I mean, and sometimes it's like, yeah, I kind of get to count to 10 because I hit you with Walking Ballista and then unload. But, you know, it's not always that easy.
Yep. All right, so sideboards here. Brad has 2 Searing Blood, 4 Smash to Smithereens.
That's going to be pretty good here.
2 Exquisite Firecraft, 1 Deflecting Palm, 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Grim Lavamancer, 1 Path to Exile.
Or 2 Path, right?
Yeah, sorry.
I think Brad is absolutely bringing in Smash to Smithereens.
Yep.
I could see that Deflecting Palm.
And I can also see the Searing Bloods.
Yeah.
It's good against any board that doesn't have a Ravager on it.
Honestly, I could also see Rest in Peace, as it shuts down all of the modular triggers.
Yeah.
And it shuts down Hangerback Walker's death trigger.
Okay. Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea if he has room for it. But as he has 4 Smash to Smithereens, I think those are just better.
Yeah.
That's a lot, especially considering the KCI ban. Because Hardened Scales is basically the only artifact deck anymore. I mean, there's Tron, but...
It may be just a holdover, like he just hasn't messed with his sideboard at all yet.
Yeah, it's definitely possible. All right, over on Dakota's side, we have 2 Torpor Orb, 1 Grafdigger's Cage, 2 Damping Sphere, 1 Dismember, 4 Nature's Claim, 2 Karn, Scion of Urza, 2 Relic of Progenitus, and 1 Shaper's Sanctuary.
I think you have to bring in Nature's Claim.
Yep.
Not as much because you want to... you know, Nature's Claim, Rest in Peace or anything, but because your opponent's playing white, the assumption is instantly Stony Silence.
Yeah.
And the worst thing that can happen is you gain 4 life by Nature's Claiming your own things.
Yeah, you're against burn. You want it anyway. That way you can hit your own, like, Darksteel Citadel.
Welding Jar, like anything.
Yeah. I mean, if you hit your Darksteel Citadel...
then it's free.
It's just actually 4 life.
I also think we might see Shaper's Sanctuary here. As it is going to incentivize Brad to not interact.
Yeah.
And frequently, unless Brad has a nut draw, Dakota is going to actually beat him on the race.
Probably, yeah. The strong thing about Burn is that it very quickly races, but can also take this kind of control aspect.
Yeah.
And if he is able to get to Shaper's Sanctuary, it kind of limits that. I mean, he can still do it, but it just gives Dakota the possibility to just rebuild faster.
Yeah. I'm excited. I'm excited for this new format, and I want to see Brad play some new cards. Yeah. Obviously, we saw Skewer the Critics.
Yeah, I wonder if he's playing the other Spectacle card in Light Up the Stage.
Yeah, Light Up the Stage is huge.
Yeah, that seems insane. I hope I see it here. I want to see it be real good.
Light Up the Stage is honestly... like slightly too expensive if you cast it at normal face value.
Right.
But when you spectacle it, it is just cheating.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. And I mean, you're in Burn. You're never casting it for its full cost.
No. I mean, if something happens and you end up in top deck mode,
yeah,
and you top deck Light Up the Stage, you're not unhappy most of the time.
Yeah, as long as you have 3 mana, it's fine.
Yeah, because next turn you get access to 3 cards.
Yeah.
Very good.
I mean, sometimes you might even be able to be on 3 mana, draw that, play it, and if you're really lucky, you reveal like Lightning Bolt land.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, I guess I'll just bolt you right now.
Honestly, probably luckier to just go Lightning Bolt, Lightning Bolt.
Yeah, then just top deck a 3rd Lightning Bolt effect, and you're just like
9, got him. Of course, that's a little magical Christmas land.
I don't know. This deck plays like a bunch of bolt effects, so not as much as you would think.
Especially with Skewer the Critics now.
Yeah.
Let's see. Brad gonna be on the play this game.
I did see a lightning helix in his hand.
I did. Interesting inclusion. Leads me to believe no light up the stage.
Yeah, me as well. He must be just on Skewer the Critics for new cards.
That's all right.
Yeah. Dakota taking a mulligan down to 6.
I don't know. His demeanor told me that he was like really on the border.
Mm-hmm.
Then he like flipped that card off the top, and I don't think that was intentional. And he just like, well, I can fix this by mulliganing.
Yeah.
No,
I think what happened was he went to go like check the top card to see if he was correct.
And he just threw it.
And he accidentally hit the second card, and it like flipped the second card.
You ever just throw your deck across the room on accident?
Yeah.
That one's rough. It's a classic. Classic. Oof.
Want to play 60 pickup?
Want to play 70, 75 pickup? Or even worse, you're playing like
Battle of Wits.
I was gonna say dual EDH with your 10 card EDH sideboard. It's like, oops, all 110 cards gone. Time to pick them up. Deliberate. Make sure we don't make a mistake.
Right.
Wow, I hate both of these decks. I'm not surprised. These decks are, pretty linear.
I think they're fine, though.
Yeah, I don't think these decks are, like, oppressive or anything, but, linear decks tend to be very, very, very easy to hate on.
Yeah. Yeah, I could definitely see. They're pretty easy.
They're also fairly powerful decks.
Yeah.
They're not, like, turn 2, turn 3 kill decks, but...
Right. They're
powerful.
pretty consistently like turn 4, turn 5, like get you.
You ever been turn 2'd by Storm?
Can't say that I have.
They go turn 2, Pyretic Ritual, Manamorphose, Mana Guy with red floating, Ritual, and they get you. You ever throw your cube across the room? Not intentionally. I can't say that I have, but I can say that I also have not done it intentionally. Hey, don't miss the trigger.
Yeah. Brad here on the same start he was last time, except he has lands in his hand this time, so he's going to be able to play his hand out. Dakota also on the same start, turn 1 Hardened Scales.
These are both, exactly what you are looking for.
Yep.
Brad gets in for 2 again.
Yep.
Dakota misses on his land again.
Does not reveal land 2 times in a row. There's Ink Moth again.
You ever make your opponent discard to hand size because Goblin Guide always hits lands? That's a good time.
Yeah, little did you know I'm playing 8 rack with Goblin Guide.
4 Goblin Guide, 8 rack. You need to turn the corner quicker. Too easy to lose when you have Shrieking Affliction, the rack in play, and 2 Raven's Crimes in your graveyard.
Yeah. You need to be able to, accidentally give your opponent an extra card in their hand.
Yeah. That way you might have a chance of losing. It's all about keeping it close, really.
Mm-hmm.
What are we looking for off this Stirrings?
Some way to not die. Seems unlikely. Brad's hand is pretty good.
He is deep in the tank on this one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, think he's got it. What's the reveal? Call it out.
Walking Ballista. No, he already has one in. I already knew. He revealed it off the Goblin Guide.
I think it is Walking Ballista, and that's the reason why he's taking forever. It's because he's not sure that he wants
the second one
copy of it. Hangerback Walker.
That was my second guess.
Saw him slip it back in, and I can't tell if he got the same one or a new one.
He was deciding which hangerback walker to get.
Jeez, I got the Origins one, and I got the one with the nicked up corners.
Yeah.
Near mint and nicked. Which one do I go for? Which one's which? Throne of Geth. This is not a deck you want to have your Throne of Geth against.
Nope, and I think he already has one in his hand.
Really, to be honest, He's looking for, like, Arcbound Ravager. Again. As always. Oh, there it is. Big hit. He grabbing it. He reaching for it. He knows. Dakota, show me. You know.
You can't not take it.
Please. I said you know. Don't disappoint me. Don't let me down.
Don't prove him wrong.
Yeah, of course. Take a million years to think about it. That way your opponent...
That's fine. You know this match isn't going to go very long.
Yeah, he's got all the time in the world to think about this.
Hangerback Walker on 2. Threatening to trade. Has Searing Blood in his hand. Cast it.
Sack Welding Jar to regenerate.
Sure. Seems okay, I guess.
Becomes tapped.
Notable, because he won't be able to block.
Yeah. Which honestly makes that play pretty worth it. You got rid of his Welding Jar, made it so you're getting through your damage next turn.
Is Searing Blood the one that says when it dies, deal damage?
Yes.
Damn. Didn't get the big boy damage from the spell still resolving, but...
Jeez, he's running out of cards.
Yeah, now he's drawing too many lands.
Yeah. Flips a Nature's Claim. We in it. Brad holding a Smash to Smithereens and a Lightning Bolt. Plenty of interaction available.
Yeah.
He has to be careful about when he tries to go for it, though.
Yeah. I think if Dakota just plays Arcbound here, he almost like has to just smash the thing in response, right?
The Walker in response?
Yeah. Either that
if he doesn't,
he probably, you know what he's probably doing? He's probably gonna wait and see if Dakota goes for the infect kill again.
Yeah.
And just see if he like blows everything up to try to kill him and then smash it.
Well, what Brad can do is... Ooh, patience. I like it. If he had gone for the Arcbound Ravager here, Brad could have cast Smash to Smithereens on Arcbound Ravager after he sacked Hangerback Walker before the Thopters came out. And then the best that Dakota can do is he can put 3 counters on his Inkaboth Nexus.
Yeah. Or just draw 11 points of damage.
Brad is in a kind of tight spot here. He needs to be drawing live, and let's skewer the critics.
It is.
Skewer the critics looking pretty rough here. He cannot cause his opponent to lose life without blowing the smash a little early, and therefore he can't trigger Spectacle unless he does this.
Yep, sack itself to proliferate.
Yep, Smash to Smithereens doesn't resolve. Now he has no damage. He's going to try and get in with Goblin Guide.
Well, he just proliferated, so now his Hangerback Walker's a 3/3.
4/4, actually.
4/4, yeah.
So, no, he's not even going to do that. Now he has to Skewer the Critics.
He could fetch and cast it, but that seems not good. Actually, it seems... I don't know. Anything he draws is going to not cost more than 2.
Now Dakota has it. He's very free to just play Arcbound Ravager and wait for it until Brad gives up. Brad's gonna...
Yeah.
He doesn't know what the last card is in Brad's hand. If he knew it was Skewer the Critics, he'd go for it and end it right now.
Right.
But, you don't know that, so you have to play at least a little bit cautiously, like we see here.
Notably, Dakota's first modern deck was Burn.
Yeah.
So he kind of knows what he's doing, what he's dancing around with. There are some new cards, and every Burn list is a little bit different, but
yeah, in the end, this is a deck he knows quite a fair bit about. looks like Brad is going to be in a pretty tough spot here.
Yep. So, not quite particularly relevant in this match, but Pendelhaven, I always thought that was a fairly weird include in Hardened Scales Affinity.
The big benefit is that you can make your 1/1 a 2/3 and then give it a bunch of counters, which notably a lot of times this deck will get Inkmoth Nexus to a 9/9 and fall short of the last point.
Okay.
Also works, say, with Walking Ballista if you do not have Hardened Scales in play when you cast Walking Ballista.
Mm-hmm.
And it is still a green land, so it's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in the booth every week, it's not like anybody's running around with, Blood Moons in the main.
Right. Brad goes to use the last card in his hand to skewer the critics, and Dakota fires off this
Nature's Claim. In response, holds priority, taps it, gives it some more counters.
Yep.
You can have a bunch of Thopters, and I think Brad is going to die.
Yeah, because he won't have any cards in hand, and then Dakota's going to be able to untap, play Ravager, and just give Ballista a ungodly amount of counters.
Yeah, and Brad has no bluff anymore, which was the only reason Dakota didn't go for it last turn.
Yeah. He should have 5, right?
6.
Or 6, yeah. Maybe that's a 3 on the top Thopter. I can't really tell because he's using the small dice.
Rough. Something we all gotta get used to.
Alright, he's taking the very slow approach here.
Yeah, that game, I'm pretty sure, should have just ended.
I mean, he had to get through Goblin Guide. I don't know why he didn't attack with Ballista as well. Like, he used 2 counters to shoot the Goblin Guide, which is fine. Alright, yeah, he's got it. He must have still had enough after.
Yeah. That's just playing extra.